And repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
During the inauguration ceremony of Donald Trump at Capitol Hill, the 45th U.S. president, in his speech, argued that during the advent of his rule, America will come first and will no longer subsidize foreign armies.
For many decades, we've enriched foreign industry at the expense of American industry, subsidized the armies of other countries while allowing for the very sad depletion of our military. We've defended other nations' borders while refusing to defend our own.
His comments seem to have cast doubt about the future of American aid towards countries like Uganda that struck a chord with the West in the fight against terrorism. In 2011, President Obama ordered 100 military advisors to join the Ugandan army in the hunt of the LRA warlord Joseph Kony in the Central African Republic. It is estimated that Uganda receives about $170 million as military aid from America in terms of logistical support in the fight against the LRA and Al-Shabaab insurgents in the volatile Horn of Africa.
As well as the cooperation and work with the African Union Regional Task Force, the AURTF, that's working to hunt down Joseph Kony and the leadership of the Lord's Resistance Army. There have been a lot of sacrifices on the part of Ugandans who have given their lives in pursuit of peace for other people, and this is something that is greatly to be commended. We appreciate the partnership and the role that we've been able to play in helping to support those activities, and we expect that those will continue.
Barely a day after his swearing-in ceremony, women-led protests sweeping across major capitals across the globe. Trump is accused of evoking white supremacist tendencies, making derogatory remarks about women during his campaigns to be elected.
If you don't like his policies, will you resign?
I'm not going to comment on that. I am a career diplomat and have served with great pride represented my country abroad for nearly 35 years.
As the far-right movement sweeps across Europe, there are fears that Trump's isolationist ideals, anchored on fear, are being embraced.
And we have seen in our history the tragic, catastrophic consequences of listening to those voices. And I really do believe that Europe has learned its lesson and will not go down that road.
I do not believe and I do not hope that right-wing populist movements will prevail there.
Can you imagine for a moment that France is leaving Europe? We are small enough as a country, we are strong as Europe. So now we're going back to being one of the small countries struggling with our own issues. I don't believe this is the future.
While majority of the Americans on the 20th of January were listening to President Donald Trump's speech hoping for a healing one, it instead became one that divided them with many protests across the country. For a French embassy here in Uganda, they now question the statements that were made on that day.
He's one of the richest people. He's a millionaire. So has he redistributed his wealth to make the poorest people in America richer? I wonder these issues about the outside and the inside. Oxfam, a UK organization, has issued a report about the rise of the inequalities in the world, the richest gathering the 8th wealthiest people, capturing, I don't know how many, maybe 50% of the wealth of the others. So you have this, I'm not sure about the figures, you need to check them out, but there's this tension between the richest and the poorest.
Dr. Peter Blomeyer, the German ambassador to Uganda, says the ties between USA and Germany will remain only if the values of protection of minorities, women, and the rule of law are adhered to.
We will certainly not cut all ties with the United States. Our Chancellor, Angela Merkel, has offered our good cooperation with the United States on the basis of our values.
So I believe strongly that the relationship between France and the US will remain. We may have very strong discussions about the values, about the equality between men and women.
Trump has been accused of making inflammatory speeches that denigrate women, target minority communities, and religion. Andrew Adinitwe, NTV Weekend Edition.